mission is to help you enrich and inspire learning. You're taking a very important step by learning more about how you can obtain funding from the Tyler ISD Foundation. Before you get started on your application, there are a few things you need to know. This is our revised grant application. If you previously received funding from the Tyler ISD Foundation, you might notice a few changes to the application itself. This video was created to help you navigate the application process and hopefully answer any questions you may have. Within this grant packet, there are actually 3 separate applications. The first application is for Grants for Great Ideas program, our larger annual grant program to fund unique and innovative projects throughout the district. Included with this application is a timeline, details on who is eligible to apply, information on the selection process, and requirements for receiving funds if your grant request is approved. The second application is an emergency grant application. This application should only be submitted in the event that an unexpected need arises and the district and campus is unable to provide any funding. The emergency grant application should only be used for a true emergency. The last application is the Professional Development Grant application. This application is to be used for professional development opportunities such as workshops, conferences, and seminars, only when funds are not available from the district. Now we will review some very important components to completing your grant application. Let's start with the Grants for Great Ideas application. Through this program, individual teachers can apply for up to $1,000 in funding. Teams of educators, departments, or campuses may apply for up to $5,000 in funding. Paraprofessionals can apply for grant funds as long as 1 certified teacher is included in the project. The deadline for the Grants for Great Ideas program is the 2nd Monday of November. Applications must be submitted to the Foundation office no later than 4 p.m. on the due date. Applications submitted advance the deadline can be submitted through the campus mail. Primary grant applicants will receive a confirmation email that the application was received. If you submit your application on the final day of the deadline, it will need to be delivered in person to the Foundation office. Please note, you will need the following signatures on your grant application. If your project or program request includes technology-related equipment or software, the application must be signed by the Tyler ISD Executive Director of Technology, who will review the application to ensure that your request is compatible with the district's technology, and to also suggest any other necessary items that might help you to initiate your project. This review role is not to disapprove of your project, only to help you to be successful. Please note there are 2 areas of the application where you will need the Executive Director of Technology's signature. Also, if your request will include modifications to a Tyler ISD facility or structure, or if it will require ongoing maintenance or significantly impact utilities in the district, you will need to obtain the signature of the Director of Facility Services. This role is also to help you successfully file a request and to ensure that your project needs comply with the district capabilities. Please note there are 2 areas of the application where you will need the signature of the Director of Facility Services. Additionally, the signature of your campus principal is needed on the cover page of the Grants for Great Ideas application. If you are not on a campus, then the signature of your department head or director is needed. The cover page will be removed from your application when the committee reviews your grant request. The committee will review the application solely on merit and score it according to the criteria outlined in the grant packet. Names of applicants are not included with the application provided to the committee to maintain a balanced and fair review process. A sample of the scoring sheet has also been provided for you to see how each application is calculated. Here are a few helpful tips for you to successfully write a Grants for Great Ideas application. Please try to avoid using educational jargon and acronyms. Many members of the Grant Review Committee work outside of the education world and are unfamiliar with terms such as TEKS and RTI. If you do use these terms, please be sure to explain the acronym and the background behind it. If you are requesting technology-related equipment, please develop a thorough project plan around the request. For example, requesting iPads for your classroom will not be a sufficient request. However, a grant that would include the use of iPads and mobile microscopes to allow students to explore science and video in the outside world would be a more detailed and fitting project for funding. When completing the budget for your project, please ensure the pricing numbers accurately reflect the total budget request. Also, be sure to work through district-approved vendors to purchase equipment. You can verify these vendors through the district's business office. Shipping costs will also need to be included in your budget. Please keep in mind consumables such as t-shirts and food, as well as transportation, are not funded by the foundation. If you receive funding through the Grant for Great Ideas program, you will need to complete the terms agreement. Funds must be expensed for all projects by the last day of school. The next grant application packet is the emergency grant application. Applications for these funds should only be submitted for unforeseen needs that arise for a classroom, project, or program. These will be considered on a case-by-case basis, and a true emergency need must be expressed. You will need the signature of your campus principal, department head, or program director on the application to verify this is an emergency need. If your emergency project or program request includes technology-related equipment or software, the application must be signed by the Tyler ISD Executive Director of Technology. If your request will include modifications to a Tyler ISD facility or structure, or it will require ongoing maintenance or significantly impact utilities in the district, you will need to obtain the signature of the Director of Facility Services. Please note the area on the application for these signatures. If you receive emergency grant funds, the funds must be expensed within 2 months of notification, and you must provide a project evaluation form. Please note, a terms agreement must also be completed to receive emergency grant funds. Last in the packet is the application for professional development grants. Applicants may submit requests for up to $500 in funds. Funds may be used to cover the cost of registration fees for conferences, workshops, and seminars. Transportation cost requests will not be considered. Online training opportunities will be considered. However, subscriptions for ongoing programs will not be considered. Verification of completion of online training must be provided to the Foundation via the project evaluation form included in your packet. This application requires the signature of Tyler ISD Coordinator of Professional Development. Applications for professional development grants must be submitted prior to April 1st. This includes requests for professional development opportunities during the summer. Please note, if a professional development grant is awarded and the recipient leaves the district prior to the opportunity, funds must be returned to the Tyler ISD Foundation. Also, recipients of professional development grants may be asked to share information learned through these opportunities with other staff members for the benefit of campuses, departments, and the district. A terms agreement for the professional development grant is also included. A project evaluation form, included in the back of the packet, must be provided to the Foundation within 2 months of being awarded the grant or within 2 months of the professional development opportunity's completion. We hope you found this information helpful. Please, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to contact the Foundation office by email at foundation@tylerisd.org. We are here to support you. On behalf of the Board of Directors of the Tyler ISD Foundation, Good luck! In January, the Grant Patrol will visit the campuses of the lucky recipients of the Grant for Great Ideas funds. Listen for the drum beats. We hope to present you with the big check at your door.